Hey, what is up everybody? It is Wick here and I'm doing a flipping junk shipping guide. I've been getting a lot of questions about shipping on my YouTube channel, so I'm going to go ahead and make this video for you. I've been selling on eBay since the late 90s actually, and I've been shipping things for a long time, so I have a pretty good knowledge of shipping. It doesn't mean I know everything, but this should help you if you're new to shipping and you have some questions. But let's jump right into it here. So the first thing is you can get free boxes from the post office, free priority mail boxes, and I really suggest utilizing this. You can go to USPS.com and get them there, or you can just go into your post office. A lot of them just have them sitting in there. It's really going to be based on what you're selling. If you're selling smaller things, you might not need the larger boxes. If you're selling clothing, maybe you don't need the larger boxes. But it doesn't hurt to have a few of every type of box, because if you're selling a lot of different size things like I do, then you're going to need them eventually. My personal most used boxes are the shoebox size. Shoes fit in perfectly. I sell a lot of shoes. The large priority, they fit so many things. The medium priority, great for puzzles, games, and the padded flat rate envelopes. I always make sure I'm stocked up on those. But make sure you get some flat rate, some regional boxes. Even the poster size boxes are great for baseball bats and posters and anything long and skinny like that. Even golf clubs, they're great for that as well. You can also get boxes from big box stores. You can go to Walmart and get different size boxes. You can go to Walmart and Lowe's when they're stocking and get a bunch of boxes, different sizes. You can reuse boxes that you get when you order stuff on Amazon. And you can even purchase different size boxes from the eBay supply store or places like Uline, or just buy them on Amazon. You're going to need things like a scale, a printer, tape, bubble wrap, air cushions, and packing paper. I prefer the air cushions because they're lighter. You're definitely going to need bubble wrap. Printer, I suggest not using an inkjet printer, at least a laser printer minimum. Thermal printers are the best, and I always recommend the Rollo printer. And I have links in the description for everything I use. You don't need super high-end stuff. It doesn't take that much to really get started, but you're going to need the supplies if you're going to be shipping from home. Calculated shipping should be used until you gain some shipping experience. So always weigh your item, put the dimensions in as you're listing your item for your item, and use calculated shipping. That way, the buyer's always paying the correct amount of shipping, and you can protect yourself until you start to learn the ropes. So there's different types of shipping, and this is where a lot of people get confused. So we're going to go over this stuff. First class shipping. First class mail is anything 1 pound or under on eBay. After passing 12 ounces, prices typically jump over $1. So if you can get it 12 ounces or less, of course, that's going to be great, but a lot of times it's going to break that 12 ounces, go into 13 ounces, and the price starts jumping up. But priority mail shipping, you're usually not going to pay over $5.54 to ship a 1 pound item. You cannot use priority mail boxes or flat rate boxes to ship first class. You must use your own boxes or padded envelopes. So yeah, you get those free priority mail boxes, but that's only for priority mail shipping. First class shipping, you're going to have your own shipping materials. And me personally, I do free shipping on all first class packages and factor it into the price I set. This is because I always know it's not going to be over $5.54. If I have a 12 ounce package, it's probably not going to be over $4 something. I don't remember the exact prices right now. They just recently changed this year. Every year, post office raises the prices. But also depends on where in the country it's going. It can be just up to 50 cents difference. I live in Ohio, so anything going to California is costing me a bit more to ship. But if I'm selling a $20 item, I can ship first class. I just do free shipping. And if it does go to California, I'm not paying that much more. It's not like I'm going to be paying $10 or $15 more, like can happen if you're shipping something larger. Next, we have media mail shipping, and this is just for media. And it's a great option. It's much cheaper than the priority mail and first class, but it's restricted on what you can ship. It includes books, DVDs, VHS, CDs. Video games are not media and cannot be shipped medium mail. Basically things that don't have advertisements. Definitely go over to USPS.com, and they have the information there on what you can and cannot ship. But the lower cost for media mail means you can ship heavier books and media lots at a very fair rate. I've sold so many 20-pound lots of books that it would have cost me like maybe $40 to ship priority. When they only cost like maybe 12 to 15 to ship medium mail. So it definitely helps when I'm at a yard sale and I see a book collection. I like, hey, I can make some actual money on this because I can ship it cheap medium mail. Same with DVDs. I think it costs like what, $2.88 to ship a DVD basically. So yeah, you usually know your shipping cost, and that's why I always do free shipping on medium mail items, unless they're huge book lots, so then I might not. Then there's priority mail shipping. Anything over 1 pound will need to ship priority mail. This is when you can use the free priority mail boxes. Many of your items are going to ship priority mail, more than likely. It just depends on what you're selling. If you're selling t-shirts, then they're probably going to ship first class. You're selling coats and jeans, they usually ship priority mail. So that's when you can use the free priority mail boxes. And the great thing is you can alter and Frankenstein priority mail boxes. You can tape together 2 boxes to ship a larger item, or cut down boxes to ship smaller items, and save on void fill. And if you're not sure what void fill is, that's basically just when you have an item in a box, you have to make sure it's packed tightly so the item's not bouncing around and getting damaged during shipping. So you usually have to shove bubble wrap in, or air cushions, or packing paper to make sure that doesn't happen. So if you cut down the boxes right against the product, then you're saving on void fill, which you're saving money as well. And you can use like a box score, which I love my box score. It's great. And of course, there'll be a link in the description for that as well. But if you're shipping something like a tennis racket, you could take 2 medium-size priority mail boxes and just kind of stick them together and tape them. And that's perfectly okay to do. So once you start doing that, you don't need a whole lot more box sizes, because you can always alter your own. But when I'm shipping priority mail, I always use calculated shipping on any item that will ship over 1 pound. The exception is for items that will fit and ship smart in a padded flat rate envelope. The padded flat rate envelopes I love, but I'm not going to ship things that could break, because it's just like, it's not really a whole lot of padding in there. But yeah, I always do calculated shipping. This protects me from people who are buying far away from me. It means that maybe someone in California won't buy my item, but it'll still sell to someone closer who might have to pay only $8 to get it to them, and compared to like 20 if they lived further away from me. So this is one rule that I use. I know everybody ships differently. They're going to have different ideas if they should do free shipping or calculated shipping. But for me, any item over 5 pounds and or dimensions over 16 by 16 inches, I will also add a FedEx home shipping option. This is because priority mail costs can jump $15 to $20 on larger/heavier boxes. This allows the customer to choose which shipping they would prefer. It's crazy how fast shipping can go up if you're shipping far away from you doing calculated. And if you are just over 2 or 3 ounces on a box, it can be $10 or $15. A lot of times dimensions really matter when you're shipping far away. So make sure you always, like I said earlier, put in the dimensions and the weight for calculated shipping properly, so everything's accurate when you go to ship. You're not stuck paying an extra $10 shipping that you didn't plan on paying. Of course, you can also add like 1-day shipping options, express shipping, all that stuff. I usually don't, because most people don't use that. I have had customers ask me if I can add one because they needed an item the next day, but you pay $35 to $40 extra to do overnight shipping, so most customers won't pay that. And when you're shipping priority mail, usually it gets there 2 to 3 days, almost always, to the customer, no matter where in the country they are. So priority mail shipping is a great option. There's also retail ground shipping. You can ship larger items with that. Usually it's a little bit more, but there's also items that are considered hazmat or dangerous that have to ship on the ground, so they can't do priority and ship air. So that's another option to use, but I find that FedEx is just a better value, and usually it's only 5 to 6 days till they get their item. But I give them the option to choose if they want to pay more, get it sooner, or pay less and wait a couple more days. So then there's priority, flat rate, and regional rate shipping. And flat rate shipping boxes and envelopes have set prices. It always costs the same price, and it doesn't matter where in the country it goes. If it fits, it ships. So you have a flat rate medium box. It might cost, I don't remember the actual cost, but the flat rate cost is $12.95. So anything you can fit in there, it doesn't matter how much it weighs. As long as you can fit it in there, close the box and tape it, it ships for $12.95. This is only good if you're shipping far away. Like if I was shipping to California and something was going to cost $15 or $16, but I can put it in a flat rate box because it happens to fit, and it's just dense and heavy. I can save money shipping that way. I rarely use flat rate shipping unless it's smaller, heavier items. A lot of times, it only costs $7.80 to $8.80, something like that to ship closer to you. So using a flat rate and paying $12.95, you're actually screwing yourself a bit. It is item to item based, really, and as you learn to ship more, you'll be able to recognize what will ship better in flat rate. I do like to use the padded flat rate envelopes like I mentioned earlier for items, and I always keep those in stock. I ship so many. Like I just recently shipped a lock set. This thing weighed like 8 pounds, but it fit nicely in the padded flat rate, and it shipped for $7.52, which is the padded flat rate cost. So I was able to save probably about $5 or $6 shipping. Not just me, because I would have done calculated shipping. I saved the customer that as well. Then there's regional boxes, A or B. There's also a C. I've never used a C. I'm not even sure what region that is or whatever, but it's never been cost effective. They're similar to flat rate boxes, but the prices react to different regions. I suggest keeping these in stock. They often save money. I always check to see if it's a cheaper option. If you're shipping on eBay or Amazon, they always show you the cheapest shipping options for you. It doesn't always mean that you can use those, so you have to just kind of check. And I always look to see like, hey, this item fits in a regional box A and it's cheaper than the priority rate. So it's very easy to see when you're shipping on eBay. And by the way, Amazon shipping, Merchant Fulfilled, Mercari, all those kind of shipping places, Etsy, Poshmark, it's all pretty similar to what I'm talking about. Everything's a little different, maybe like the interface, but for the most part, shipping works the same on any platform. And you can also alter flat rate boxes, but they lose the flat rate cost and then will ship at the priority rate. This is something I recently learned. It used to be you couldn't alter flat rate at all. I guess now I did look it up. I found on the USPS site that yes, you can alter flat rate boxes, and it'll just ship as a priority mail box. Now, me personally, I'm not going to do that just because postal workers don't seem to know that rule themselves. And a lot of times they're going to see that it's flat rate altered boxes and be like, hey, we can't ship this. And they'll just kind of send it back to you. And rather than take that risk, I'll just stick to altering the priority mail boxes. But it's up to you in the end. Technically, according to their website, you can do that though. So then there's international shipping. There's so many people that fear international shipping for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. eBay makes it so incredibly easy. Amazon can be a bit more tricky, but if you're shipping on eBay, using the eBay Global Shipping Program for international shipping is a great option. You just click it on, and what it is it picks the countries. I'll just leave everything in the default settings, and when you sell something international, you'll end up shipping it to Kentucky. At least it's Kentucky for me. It may be different for different parts of the country, I would imagine. But for me, it's Kentucky, so it doesn't cost much to ship. And then it goes to an eBay shipping center where they will take care of the customs and shipping from there. The buyer is charged automatically for shipping to their country. You only pay shipping to get it to the eBay shipping center. I get so many extra sales from international orders, and the eBay GSP makes it easy to deal with. eBay will protect your feedback from international orders. So they say. I've never had any issues shipping internationally, and I ship so many things international. You do need to watch what you're shipping though. I just uncheck the international shipping option when I'm selling things like batteries, weapons, knives, flammables, anything like that, just because I assume that you can't ship that internationally. But you can go to the website and check, what's restricted, what isn't for all that kind of stuff. So here's some tips I can give you. Check the USPS website for restrictions on lithium batteries, aerosols, firearms, etc. Some items have to be shipped ground. It's good to just be aware that some things, like, don't buy a bunch of spray paint on clearance and like, hey, I'll ship this on eBay, and then realize, ooh, I got to ship this ground and it's costing more than I thought. I thought I was going to be able to ship it first class. Just be aware of that kind of stuff. If you're an eBay store subscriber, you receive a $25 coupon to use toward eBay branded shipping materials every quarter. So something to keep in mind, maybe not when you first start your business, because you might not need a store. I have the basic store. I get a $25 coupon every quarter, and then I buy usually it's just some bubble mailers that I ship. I use to ship first class. And of course, there's different store tiers available. If you're really going hard, I think the coupon increases as you tier up. When you're buying shipping through eBay and Amazon, you get a discount on shipping costs. This is because they've made a deal, because there's so much shipping going on. So you can ship something calculated on eBay, and it may charge the buyer $15 and it may only cost you $13, just as kind of an example. So you can use that money toward the eBay fees, or the cost for the boxes or the packing material, whatever. It's just nice that you get a discount on shipping. I know a lot of people use things like stamps.com. I don't really know if there's any benefits to that. I don't think there is. I would just stick to shipping through eBay and Amazon, their platforms, because you save money. Always pack items tightly so they do not move around. This is very important. Air cushions usually are the best option for void fill, and they add almost no weight to the package. I love air cushions, and every time I order something online and it has air cushions, I save them. If I'm somewhere and they're stocking and I see them, I ask if I can have them. And there's even an option on Amazon to buy them. It's like $12.95, and you get a 300 and some air cushions with free shipping to your house. Definitely recommend that. Once you start using air cushions and you see how easy it is and how much it protects your packages, and like I mentioned earlier, just 1 ounce can increase dollar amounts on your shipping. So if you're using packing paper, that stuff weighs some ounces. Air cushions are practically weightless, so definitely recommend using those. Amazon sets up shipping slightly different. You need to set up templates on Amazon, which is pretty easy to do. I'm not going to go over that in this video. And Amazon uses cubic shipping as an option. eBay doesn't have a cubic shipping option, and what that means is you pay based on size rather than weight. So if you're shipping heavier items that are smaller, you can save money. It's good for Amazon, but you don't have that option on eBay. You can do third-party programs like Pirate Ship and some others, but I don't recommend messing with those if you're new to shipping. Learn the basics first, and then you can kind of move on from there. You're not missing a whole lot not shipping cubic. Just remember, when you are shipping on Amazon, non-FBA, you must use clean boxes and mailers with no markings. No going to the grocery store and buying empty food boxes that have, syrup on the side or something, because they want everything to be presented more professional on Amazon. So make sure you have the clean boxes, the clean mailers. Just want to throw that out there for you. Amazon discounts UPS and doesn't use FedEx as an option. Check your areas for UPS and FedEx drop-off locations. You can just do a Google Maps search and see different locations where you can drop off UPS stores or FedEx locations to drop off packages. And of course, you can also drop off your packages, USPS packages, at the post office. You can drop them in, the mailboxes if you have any of those around. You could also suggest and set it up so they pick it up from your house. What you need to do there is just go to your post office and talk to somebody, and they will get you set up to do that. You can also go online and do that, but I'm not going to go over in depth on how to do that. Me personally, I just take them to the post office every morning, drop them off. Sometimes I have up to 30 packages, so I don't think my postal worker wants to come to my house every day and just deal with that. So just kind of take stress off them. I just take them to the post office. It's not that big of a deal. But there you go. There's a whole bunch of shipping information. I really hope that it helped you out. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments. I will try to answer them for you. If you are new to shipping and you want to save this video, make sure you do that. You can come back and check if you come across something that's confusing to you. Leave a comment and I will get back to you. Hopefully, sometimes the YouTube comment system is weird and you don't see comments, but I'll definitely try. On your way out, hit that like button for me, subscribe to see all my reselling videos, my vlogs, and all of that. You can find me on Instagram, flipping_junk, and this has been Wick. Until next time.